go. We're going to go into the next game here, ladies and gentlemen, whereby the battle will be fought in the dusty map of Miramar. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The flight has begun and it will be taking away here. Okay.
Yeah.
Later will be Miramar. We will start off with Erangel first. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But if we do look at the overall current rankings, now down to the last 3 games, I think we can safely say that our eyes will be on the top 3 for the championship at this moment, I see, baby.
Yeah, and you know, I like how we kind of pranked out the audience as well here. We're expecting like a Miramar as well. We saw the flight path. Hey, kind of look like there's planes here, but gotcha. It is going to be Erangel here. El Clasico, Nova XQF in the top of the charts here, 296 points, right? And we saw the earlier performance. Zeus getting chicken dinner here, now tying it with 4 a.m. So the top 3s are definitely going to be eyeing for the top spot here. Bigatron on the 4th place as well. The final 3 matches here, I'm not sure if Bigatron is going to be able to pull rank to try and take the championship title from Nova XQF. It's going to be a really, really rough one here unless we're looking at what? 20 kills all the way through in the final 3 games, which is maybe possible, but it's gonna be a run one here. Seems to me our predictions for today is gonna be spot on here, as the circle is gonna be pushing somewhere in the vicinities of potentially Gatka or even Georgiapo in that regards here, Circle Out.
It almost feels like our earlier game today. The circle, it looks very similar. It feels like a deja vu. So, well, let's see how the players this time adapt to a almost similar circle. Are they going to learn their lessons from the previous round, or are they going to do something? Are they going to do something similar and stick to their current plan of how they have always played? So let's see how things goes. But KDA, I see, baby. KDA fell from grace, I can say. The first 2 days were amazing for the holding on to that top spot very, very strongly. But when it comes to day number 3, they start to fall off. And today in game, day number 4 hasn't been their day. So unfortunately, they will no longer be title contenders. But of course, they can still play for placement to get as high up as possible to earn as much money as possible.
That's the thing, right, Cloud? When we were talking about KDA, right? I had this discussion like yesterday with John as well as Jason Kaplan. We had this discussion on a meeting where they mentioned about, hey, KDA has been very consistent throughout the PUBG Mobile League stages all the way through, and they were kind of under the radar, right? And I also had a discussion with the managers coming from Bigatron where they don't exactly know what's up with them on top of that. So people kind of like figured out what is up with KDA. So that's the thing about when it comes to the tournaments itself, right? We're always looking at the top teams. It's really rare to actually watch at the guys at the bottom, which is really unfortunate. So when it comes to prepping up strategies, eyeing out for potential rivalries in that regards, people kind of left out. We knew that the teams from PMGC kind of left up KDA for first 2 teams, but when they started getting high kill points and getting those chicken dinners here, something is wrong. So we could immediately see the big change from yesterday's games itself, where a team this year, there's something is wrong. We gotta fix this, and that, and hence that is where Zeus Esports showed the most prominent success in yesterday's performance with the biggest leap in a single day. So it all comes down to adapting to each other's play style when it comes to this stage of the game. Every single moment, every single match is going to be crucial by the minute, especially now when we're down to the final 3 games here, Sir Cloud.
Yep, totally agree with that, IC baby. If during the league stages or even before when we started the PMGC, if anyone were to say like, do you think that, if anyone would say, okay, Zeus is going to be title contenders, I think someone's going to bite someone's hand off for saying that. But now they are showing that they're going against the odds, and yep, you overlook us, now we are at the top 3. But Order, this guy has been the man of the moment for our finals here, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing performance by Order. He and Suk just go neck to neck with each other in terms of trying to get those kill points in for their team. But yep, great play so far in the finals. But I must say, now we must give a lot of respect to Zeus Esports coming in for as pretty much an underdog really to actually win the tournament, and now they're at the top 3 and still gunning for that championship.
Yep, and now Zeus actually switching up the strategy as well here. Remember, I mentioned as well, when it came down to the Gatka Mount, the teams tentatively ignored here. In the previous game of Varangia, we did see a couple of teams such as RRQ went up to actually check it off as well alongside with Aerowolf here. But this time, Zeus will try and take the initiative to try and get a little bit of long-range fights here. And speaking of long-range shots here, we've seen Zayo outplay a lot of opponents, especially in yesterday's performance. Will we see those kind of long-range shots? We shall see, because as of now, they're going to be making their way into the Gatka Mountains. As you can see, Zeus, well, getting a little bit greedy here. Interesting approach here coming from Zayo. He's going to be docking out 2 vehicles in one of this compound here, potentially trying to salvage the vehicles for a later fight, which may or may not come, because considering it is only 6 minutes in towards the game here, teams are going to be figuring out what's going to be next strat here, and Zeus says, you know what, the early bird gets the worm. So in this case here, we do see another team also rotating in here. It's going to be PW888 and also Team Secret Jin here. And an interesting fact about PW888 here is that they've switched up their drop spots occasionally here. Yesterday, we see them drop Zarki a lot, but now they're going to the east side a little bit more here. However, now gunfight is going to be happening up here. This roadblock coming from Medusa will get clashed here as you can see Alpha 7 is going to lose one of the members here, immediately swarming for the utility smoke. He's going to think to try and bail out of this fight here. He doesn't exactly have the utility to back off, and that's going to be Alpha 7 trading for the skills here, as they are going to be holding this compound, a fantastic, famous compound known to be the gatekeepers of this rotation here, especially if the teams who wants to rotate from the northeast section heading to the Shochabo there, Cloud.
Yeah, because it's obviously because there is a bridge there, so that is actually a prime position if they want to gatekeep other teams from coming in to other prime positions, or even coming into the middle of the circle. But here we go. We can see from the map on the left side that's shown to us, there's still a lot of teams actually still on the outside. So this time, as compared to previous rounds, looks like a lot of teams are taking their time to actually get into the circle a little bit later. Probably they're still trying to see whether the circle could still shift up to the northern side of shooting range, or could it still be at the southern side of the Gatka Mountains. For now, we don't see anyone at the Gatka Mountains. Now, Gatka Mountains, some teams do favor that. Team Secret, they favor Gatka Mountain, but so far, they are still at the foothill of Gatka, not really taken that yet. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the comparison between Silk as well as Law. Average kills 1.9 versus 1.4 against Law, and percentage contribution to the team. Law seems to be the better team player, I would say, 31.9% overall.
Well, that's the thing about 4AM Sook and also Law, right? Like 4AM Sook, it's hard to compare when he's the #1 team at one point, right? He's competing to be the best MVP in the game here. But when it comes to the team play here, it's all about the individual performance as a team, right? As a unit to actually win up the game. So Sook, he is the type of mechanical skill player that goes for those kind of pixel shots and very calculated decisions on top of that. And speak of the devil here, because 4AM, they will get a nice little straggle kill all the way through. But yeah, the point I was trying to make as well is when it comes to Alpha 7, they're extremely hyper aggressive. They're not afraid to take very risky plays, and oftentimes they do get away with it. And whereas 4AM, they're more of a tactical discipline player, and that's just a big difference between both these team style players, especially from Alpha 7 and 4AM. Of course, over time, in the future, hopefully the playstyle will vary a little bit different here. But now at this stage here, it's now or never if you want to be called the kings of case in this regard here, Sir Cloud.
Yep, it's definitely now or never. Now but hang on a second. I see. Oh no, I see. It's been knocked down. It's been taken out by RRQ Athena. They're actually sieging down the Gatka Mountain. Oh no, Zeus Esports. They don't want to buy this early. Only 3 more games. They cannot afford to actually slip up or make any mistake. If not, it will be down to the top 2 teams. Now, Joel will immediately get away from this. 2 more of his buddies, not too sure where they are. But Joel managed to evacuate. It's a star man. Good thing he managed to survive this one. Now we move on to Navi, putting a lot of pressure onto Secret Jin. And Secret Jin, you turning them, Matic, not letting them go. But can you actually get it knocked down? And still not letting them go. There's play coming out. And then evacuation into the river for Secret Jin.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the submarine strats are already on its way here. They're going to be sacrificing all their vehicles right from the get-go, except for Zoke, which pretty much not going to be able to secure that fight here. However, up on screen here, we're going to be seeing a little bit of replay here between Arrowwolf as well as DA. So that's going to be KDA getting a couple of nice straggling kills here. But of course, Zeus Esports now having not the roughest of times here as they try to take the Mount Everest for themselves here. Immediately gets raided on from RRQ, and that's the thing about the global championships, right? Considering that it is in games, there's not really a lot of breaks in between the games here to actually prep up for the strategies was extremely hard. If Zeus Esports had the time to actually watch the replay on the previous match, they would know that RRQ made the decision to run in towards this mountain in the previous games here. And unfortunately, they had to be the ones to fall victims in that regards as Sir Cloud.
Yeah, so RRQ, they managed to get one kill while they took out. But oh, hang on a second, the kill feed is running there. Cosmos from Sika Jin has been knocked down, and Navi is actually the one close by. Navi now playing with 3 team members. They lost smoke quite early on, but the long range shot actually coming in from 60, now still putting pressure on to Secret Jin. Can he actually get any further knockdown there? But no, it's going to be a little bit too far for him to actually get any knockdown, and Secret Jin Kengzo managed to secure themselves a compound as a checkpoint for now.
Yep, XQF Nova playing a little bit slow here. Jimmy actually going for a really hard pixel shot here. Being extremely sneaky here. He does have the Mini 14. He wants to keep his position a little bit off the radar. He does scout out one player coming in from Footballers, but as of now, there's not much information here. Every single team has been laying low for quite some time here. XQF Nova expecting the circle to end somewhere in the ruins vicinity, potentially here. As you can see on the minimaps, a wide range of teams spread out across the northern section and also the southern section of this river. So we are going to be expecting potentially a couple of submarine strategies here if you were to go down to the southern section here, where in this case, Zeus Esports will have the experience in that regards here as the circle closes in. Where is it going to go here? Because as of now, Team Secret Jin did manage to finish himself top 2. They actually managed to finish himself getting the chicken dinner against Corina Power in this particular circle. However, the circle is going to be shifting away from Team Secret Jin as it is going to be in the Rosa vicinity. Immediately, cars already piling up on the minimap. You can look at the amount of vehicles being disembarked. Attack of the Rosa. This is going to be that episode right here. However, Footballers here, they will get knocked in as Nova XQF will go in for the rush. Immediately going for the pop here order. Actually setting up a grenade here, hoping to catch one of the players here. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to scout anyone here as they are going to be clearing in the vicinity. Levezine is knocked out. Order going to be going for the flank here. And Lud actually gets caught on. No assist whatsoever. And that will be it for PMWL West champions here. As Zoke is going to be retreat out of that immediately here. King tries to go in for a couple of suppressed shots. Unfortunately, it's going to be A-okay for now as Footballers will live to tell another day or tale here. Another fight about to be on its way here. 4 a.m. on the northern section of the triple story house here is going to get raided in from PW888. As you can see, nades are being cooked in from stops. Is he going to kick it a little bit long here? He tries to lob it over. Doesn't seem to connect Hasaki. Hasaki is all by himself here. And the rest of the team from 4 a.m. actually make the play. 33 strand here. Gets knocked onto his triple T. And that's going to be the finish on top of that. They are getting surrounded here. A huge flank coming in from 33 strand. As you can see, Korpai is going to be trying to hold down the fort here. Meanwhile, on the minimaps as well, you can see Sinha is already making his way to try and outflank the guys from Thailand, as well as Korpai is going to be the only one to try and secure the flank for the rest of PW888 here. If he goes down, that might be a full force engulfment coming from 4 a.m. Here's the Cloud.
It could happen here because the nade has been tossed out by Sven. Will he reach Korpai? No, Korpai has set himself a good distance between Sven, but his buddies are right in the forefront of the rest of team members from 4 a.m. And now the nade coming in. The rain of nades coming in from Xenia, tossing it onto the house. Will he manage to get a knockdown there? But Ice now is in trouble together with Two Stars. Two Stars and Ice, they're pinned out inside out. They cannot escape from this. The vehicle will be exploded at the same time. Korpai has been caught out by Xenia, and Korpai will manage to get away from this. But then again, for the rest of the 2 team members from Power 888, they are stuck inside a Korpai. There's nothing much you can do but actually watch the massacre unfold there inside the house and manage to get 2 kills inside the house. And PW888, unfortunately, will only have Korpai to hang on for positioning points for Power Triple A.
Yep, fantastic performance here as the Chinese Titans is going to be looking for the #1 spot here. XQF Nova does have 2 kills, 4 AM, already 4 kills on the scoreboard themselves here. They are going to be looking to get a little bit more. Meanwhile, this is going to be some replay for you guys here as Nova XQF Jimmy here gets a really nice shot against Footballers here. Remember that fight earlier on as well, where they actually took down 2 of the players here. And they actually, Konina Power also taking on one of the members from Footballers as well. So that's going to be PMWL West Champions getting taken out to leaving only 1 player left here. Meanwhile, XQF here getting completely shut down from Matsoy from Peacekeeper M1. And that's going to be Jimmy getting caught out in the open. There's no way Nova's going to be able to save him in time. So Team Secret here, this is going to be their usual hometown as Ruins Watertown is pretty much Team Secret's drop spot. Guess what? They are going to be sharing it with Team Secret Jin as well as Nova XQF going to be docking their way in. However, the circle, it does seem a little bit favoring in towards the river as well. We are going to be seeing a divider between the west side of Rozop and also the northern section of the Watertown as well. Submarine strats are coming in here. This is known from the Chinese teams. 4 AM will start to begin set up for the perfect trap. Will they come up alive? We shall see. Meanwhile, we do see Order also going to be hitting the 10k mark on the damage here. Done throughout PMGC. Waiting here. Shots are coming in. Alpha 7 going to be taking a couple shots in as well. A1 going to be instant between both 4 AM. Also Alpha 7 here. Meanwhile, we do see her already getting knocked away in this vicinity. A1, they're going to be resetting their vicinity. Whereas Sunnet, they are going to be extremely aggressive with this fight. Remember how we talked about this here. Alpha 7 is the aggressive player. Meanwhile, 4 AM, they love to play it tactically in that regards. And look at this. From under the water, they don't know where it's coming from. So looking for those kind of secret strategies here, shooting through the cars here, hoping for the submarine to actually lay nades and get a couple kills in. Meanwhile, while some of the vehicles from 4 AM already breaking their way through here, we do see teams starting to adapt to this playstyle. They are going to be looking around if there is going to be any sort of vehicles in the river, potentially go in for a couple of sandwiches here on the minimap. We do see a couple of shots coming in from ASL as well. And well, that's pretty much the northern section of the fight. On the southern section here, it's gonna be Airwolf as well as DA and RRQ here. RRQ Athena is gonna be a 3-way showdown. Someone's got to take the mountain here. RRQ has not secured it, and DA is gonna be making it a little bit hard for them here. Meanwhile, Canadian Power is gonna zoom right past here, and potentially they are gonna be thinking about the third party right here, Sir Cloud.
Yeah, they tried to do the third party and they had the high ground advantage, but then RRQ Athena, they are at the bottom. They're going to toss out the nade there, try to stop Konina Power for actually trying to take advantage from the high ground. Konina Power have nades of their own. They're going to counter-fire the nade. Rex have been knocked out by Gangzo in another location on D2E. Have been knocked out by Gangzo through the nades and the rain on it and not stop. And Asaki have been knocked out by Old Boy. And there you go. Gangzo with a nice play there on the Salim. Managed to secure the kill. And we can see that the king of the mountain currently goes to Konina Power. Ernie is still right below the mountain. He's still trying to struggle. He's still trying to hang on to this. He still has his money to back him up. But Frozen, with his buddies, he's trying to go for the flag here. Frozen now still at the high ground. Going to toss out doesn't need that game now going to be in trouble. But Beer has been done. Beer could be finished off by Konina Power. Enemy cannot move at an angle that Ernie cannot do. And then Arrow Wolf just had to come in at the wrong time. Gonzo is going to mop the floor off of Arrow Wolf.
Oh, as of now, Ernie tried to make a pay here coming from RRQ, and that's going to be it for RRQ Athena. They have one more player somehow surviving this here. Ernie tried to quickly switch to pick out the members here. Unfortunately, did not prevail. Konina Power here, they're looking for the powerhouse. They've got 6 kills. Frozen is still not. They need to go for the save here. And unfortunately, they have still a little bit of time to work with here. 35 seconds on the clock. They have to move in the next phase here. However, the fight in Rozo is not over. ASL will come up on top. That's going to be Navi bowing out on 16th place here. The Rub Slayers here, denying them potential points here. Meanwhile, KDA, oh, interesting position here. Silas does have the high ground of the radio antenna here. That's a perfect vision of the guys from Konina Power. Can he go in for a spray here? This is going to be a 300-meter shot. Can he land those shots to get the knock here? However, you can see he immediately backs off, does not want to take the risk here. He does not have a helmet. Meanwhile, Airwolf, they're going to be taking Pew Pew, going for the reset as well. Bigatron They'll be hugging the eastern side of this circle. They will trap ASL in this vicinity. They want to get some KP for themselves here, coming from Bigatron Red Aliens. Meanwhile, on the northern section here, we're back at this story again here. 4 a.m. is still hiding underwater. They are playing the submarine strategy, but how long can they prevail? Because there is still 15 teams left in this small circle. This is insane, Sir Cloud.
Oh, yeah, it is insane at this point. Abrupt Slayers, one more left. Joker is still active, but look at this Conina power. They are still king of the hill here, but the hill will not be worth anything the moment the zone comes in and say hi to them. We can see that's bomb. Let's come down to that counterback coming. Oh, let's go back on console. We'll need to pull up an amazing play, but there you go. There's only one more team member left. Potato is still around, but Conina power, unfortunately, will choose to evacuate this situation and will leave their teammates behind. Potato will need to run to safety. The zone is here to say hi here to him. And they go together with Black. Oh no, and here we go. The somebody shines in and Gunso from inside. Gunso can get one. Yes! Gunso got it from inside the river. I see, baby.
Gonzo looks like two can play at this game here. 4 a.m. is still in the picture here, sharing the eastern side of the submarine here. In this case, they will make another submarine here from Conina Power and get a couple of freebies here. However, that's another story to tell later here on, because 4 a.m. they were one of the first to submerge into his ocean here. They bled out all the utilities, and they will be the team to bow out on 12th place. Meanwhile, Abrupt Slayer, they're getting gatekeep here from Bigatron Red Aliens here. As Bigatron, they've only got 2 players in the vicinity. Ryzen needs to back off to go into this next zone here. Tuxie needs to go into for clutch. Ryzen almost got his behind clapped off as Abrupt Slayers are coming in. Guess what? Nova XQ is out on 11th place. Team Secret Jin as well. Oh my goodness. That is going to be a potential here for Zeus to actually take the win. Team Secret also alive as well, but Conina Power currently holding the highest kill leader in this game right now with 9 kills for the bag. A1 Esports will bow out on 8th place here. Not exactly sure what happened. The northern section is a chaotic fight. Meanwhile, Abrupt Slayers, they are going to be sharing the compound here with Bigatron Red Aliens here. As Bigatron is going to be getting rushed in. Abrupt Slayers going for the hunt here. Zuxi trying to buy a little bit of time for the team here. Ryzen is inside here, but there's nothing much Ryzen can do. Zuxi going to go in for the heal. And that's a story to tell later on, because as of now, Team Secret from the water town has finally made its way here. They have the high ground. They lost U High, and Football is round. Go try and finish off U High. In this case, as Football is still having a really hard vendetta against Team Secret after losing to them not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. So taking down U High is going to be a huge consolation prize for Footballers right now.
But then again, Footballers, they only have 1 team member left, which is Realm, and they don't have the zone versus 2 from Team Secret. To do a head-to-head outside, it could be Team Secret again winning this skirmish against Footballers, 4 skirmishes. But then again, let's move over to Abrupt Slayer. Joker, the last man standing for Abrupt Slayer. At the same time, Footballers looks like they're eliminated at 7th place. So 4 skirmishes, every skirmish will go to Team Secret. KDA will be eliminated at 6th place as well. And Joker from Abrupt Slayer gets 5 kills. Bigatron Red Aliens, I see baby, is out at 4th place with only 2 kills.
This is prime time here for Zeus Esports if they want to catch up into the top 3 position here. Meanwhile, Team Secret and Conina Power might be the ones to put them at their place, as the submarine here from Conina Power has worked out ever since. It is a disastrous threat, but as of now, they don't exactly have mats here for 8 bandages up on here. They need to smoke up and try to make their way across towards Team Secret. And guess what? The circuit is helping Team Secret Malaysia. You can see Matoy and iShots already making their way into the control of this next phase circle. Zeus, they have to crawl across, but at the same time, what can they do? Because as of now, they've got Conina Power stopping them in their tracks. The smokes are coming in. Godless is going to be lobbing a couple days in, but do they know exactly where they are? Can they catch onto the guys from Conina Power? Sayo will make the first move for Zeus Esports, and they will start with the submarine here, but they eventually found it out. That's going to be Gonzo out of the picture here, as Zeus finally finds the submarine that has been hiding for quite some time. It is all up to White here, and is going to bow out, and that's going to be a belly taking him out here. So now we are down towards the final 4 players here. 2 versus 2. Zeus versus Team Secret. The fight for the river. Who is going to come over top? iShots is going to be scouting out the players here coming in from Zeus Esports. He goes for a reposition, but they know Zeus Esports is trapped. And now iShots goes in for a flank. He has the high He has the vantage point alongside Metroid here. And Zeus, they have to come over. This is going to be them hunting for the fishes here. Can they go in for the done here? Eye shots. He gets tagged up a little bit here. Godless going for a couple pre-fires in. But do they have time here? Because 20 seconds left of the clock. Team Secret, all they gotta do is just wait patiently. And they will take it here. Meanwhile, Zeus Esports here, they are going to play a little bit safe here. Ability manages to cross across safely across this vicinity. Eye shots didn't exactly see him out that easily here, but Ability is swimming across the street. He's trying to bait this out. Unfortunately, he gets tagged up. Godless missing the wind to try and catch off eye shots. And Matoy going to be cooking up Nate here, try and catch his off guard. So information has been relayed here, coming from eye shots. Does it connect? Oh, a little bit off the mark here. Smokes are coming in from eye shots. So they want to focus down onto his Abely. Can they get the knock? If Abely gets knocked, that is it for Zeus Esports. Now here comes the spray. Eye shot's gonna rip, and he comes up on top. Team Secret MY takes him down. Godless across the river, no protection whatsoever. You are alone, my friend. The circle is coming in. Team Secret Malaysia looking to take their chicken dinner. Eye shots goes for the trade, and the circle will take him down. Team Secret MY will take game number 6 here for the PMG.